This Monet art lesson pretty much has everything going for it. It's easy to draw because you only need some simple flower shapes, and easy to paint because there are only two colors, and the result looks a lot like the soft, colorful water lilies that Monet is famous for painting. You can't ask for much more from an art lesson than that. Hi, my name's Kathy, and I've been teaching kids how to draw for over 20 years now. You know, my favorite thing to do is to show students that when you take things one step at a time, learning how to draw just might be easier than you think. The supplies I used to make this project, which make all that pretty color, are the liquid watercolor paints, watercolor paper, crayons, paintbrush, and a few containers for the water and your paint. The first step is to draw an assortment of yellow flowers. They can be super simple like this, with a wide U-shaped bottom and zigzag line on top. Just be sure to fill them in really well. I am using my golden yellow crayon and working until that flower is solid yellow. Here's another example, a flower that has the same shape but is a little bit smaller. You know, having a variety of sizes will make your painting look a little more interesting. How about one more example of a medium-sized flower? It's a bit wider, but still has that zigzag line on top. I'm going to finish the page now with a few more flowers and spreading them out, so I'm sure to have room in between them. You know, the ones at the very bottom could be the largest because they are closest to us. Now for a little extra color, take a light orange crayon and try to draw a smaller version of the flower shape inside each one. Some may only have space for some orange lines, which is fine. Just try to add a little dash of orange in each one. All right, watch this step carefully as you're not going to be able to see the color, but you can see the shape I'm drawing. I'm making an oval around the bottom of each flower with my white crayon, and I'm pressing extra hard so there's a lot of waxy crayon left on the paper. It will help resist the watercolor paint that's going to go on top. To add a bit of sparkle to our painting, we're going to use that same white crayon and draw some wavy water lines all around in the empty spaces between the flowers. Be sure to press really hard here too. You know, light crayon lines may get covered up by that paint, and we definitely want ours to show up. One last fun step is to write Monet in the bottom right corner with that white crayon. It's spelled M-O-N-E-T, and it'll remind you and others about who inspired this painting. Now we are ready to paint. Get some paper towels if you need them, and a bit of green paint and water for your brush. I'm using a green that has a little extra water added, so it's kind of a medium shade. Use the brush to paint a lily pad around the bottom of each flower. After the lily pads are done, the green can go away and we can bring out the blue watercolor paint. I'm using some that's watered down here a bit too to make a kind of medium shade of blue. All you need to do now is to fill in all the rest of the paper. It's fine to overlap that green a little bit and let the colors run together. That can be pretty. Just paint around the flowers, and don't worry if you get paint on them. The crayon color is going to resist absorbing it. You can see I'm using enough paint here to easily spread it around, but avoiding having too much to make puddles. That kind of makes things extra messy when they don't have to be. And that is how easy it can be to paint like Monet. I love how this project lets crayons and paint each do what they do best. Make bright yellow flowers that are kind of dancing on a watery background. If you do visit my website, Art Projects for Kids, you can find more painting tutorials, including one for Matisse and one for Nate Williams. Over the years, I'm happy to say my website has helped millions of kids learn how to draw and paint. I really enjoyed working with you today, and if you're watching this on YouTube, please remember to like and subscribe to my channel. so you can get notified whenever I post a new video.